Hello guys, welcome to the webinar of today's SaaS versus source code. Thanks for joining today's webinar. And today's webinar we will be, discussing the point on how to choose the right platform for your business. Either it could be a source code or it could be a SaaS-based business. So today's webinar, the webinar will be presented by our senior product head of Yellowsoft, Mr. 𝗦𝗦 who is the co-host of this webinar, and he has worked with many companies who have used multiple solutions, source code as well as the SaaS-based solution. So he know that what is the pros and cons of the source code. He knows what is the pros and cons of the SaaS-based solution. So he will be presenting you that, and today we will be discuss that business owner, those who wants to start a mobility business, are sometimes confused that which solution they should go ahead with. Either it should be a SaaS based or it should be a source code. In today's webinar, we will let you know, we will give you the, we will explain that which option will be beneficial for you. So from now, let's start the webinar. So now, Mushahid, you can take care.
Okay. So okay, just a second. Yeah. So as Afzal has said that it is helping that that to like say how to choose the which solution you want to go with. Okay, either it's a source code or it's a SaaS base. That's not only for the guys who want to start the business. Actually, it will be more beneficial for the client that are like say running the business. Okay, they may have some issues like say they are having the source code. Okay, they are facing kind of an issue. Okay, obviously this is the thing. So we'll be discussing first that part. So why actually the need is coming to change the system from source code to the I would say on the SaaS base. Okay, so we'll be discussing few things over here. First of all, so let's say you are owning a source code. Okay, whenever you are owning a source code, so it's not only source code that you're going to buy. Obviously, you're going to pay the very large amount for the source code, and that you get from the whatever the provider is. So thinking that okay, you'll be having the ownership of the code, you can do all the modification and all. Okay, that's correct. That's you're right on your point. But it's not only the things that is taking from the source code, because once you buy the source code, it is not very much easy to maintain it. Okay, obviously you have paid a large amount for the source code, then you are owning the source code, so you have to maintain it. And I would say before you maintain the source code, you need to deploy it on the cloud as well. So there is a lot thing that is coming. I mean, you need to have a team that is managing the source code. Whenever I say the managing the source code, it means that uh, your team that is look for the updates, the team that is deploying the code on the cloud, the team that is checking the whatever the up downs are there in terms of scaling and all. So there's lot terms are there. Okay, that is one thing. Then let's say somehow you have managed to have the source code. Okay, just a second. Somehow you have managed to have the source code, but you do have the team as well. But now, do that team has the expertise on the same domain? Because if you see that we are working in an on-demand domain, okay, where the things are on the real time. So making a general software that is kind of e-commerce or I would say any solution where there is no real-time events are there. If the customer is requesting for the ride, if the customer is requesting for any food delivery order, then the request should be going to the driver on the real-time basis. And also systems should be sensing the location continuously, that yeah, the request should be going to the nearest driver only to minimize the time and all. So do they have that developers do have the domain expert for the particular I would say system. So these are all the things that is coming when you're buying the source code. Okay, if you see, if you go on a broader way, so let me tell you in the next slide. Okay, so if you have owned the source code, okay, so there is two things. One, very first thing is the money. Okay, expense. So how it is affecting? Very first thing, you have to buy the source code in a very large amount. That is one expense. You buy the source code, you have the team, you need to pay the team monthly. Okay, for the team you need to have the infra, the machines and all. That is the other thing. On top of that, whenever you have deploy your source code that is on the cloud, so probably it can be Azure, it can be AWS, or your own local machines and all. That is also costing, right? So that is also a thing. More on that, are you assured that the way the system is being implemented, the way the coding is done, the way features are there, it is perfect for your business? Are you sure on that part? No. Okay. So that is the financial part. Very first in the center, you can see over here. That is the financial part. Another thing is that if you go into the right side, the unstable system, what does it mean? So basically, you have the source code. Okay. So now, are you? You may be not knowing that. Okay, by looking at the just source code, yeah, this will work for sure. Let's say right now you are doing 1,000 rides per day. On the next day, you're doing 100K rides. So will it be sustainable? Are you can you see it from the source code itself? No, that is obviously not. I mean, if some issues are there into the system, uh, are you able to find it on by looking at the system? Let's say you click on the dashboard for the reports, and dashboard is not loading. So you'll not be able to know that, okay, how many rides are there that is being done, what are the things right now that is happening on the system and all. So that is one thing, and ultimately it leads to the customer complaints. Customer are not getting the request. Okay, customer is trying to find the ride and he is not getting the driver, and on other side drivers are also complaining that, okay, see, I have been online since long but still I'm not getting this. So these are the system defects. Okay, and that is ultimately leading to your business, and that is hampering your customer base as well. So that is the right side part that you can see right now on the screen. And coming to the provider part, okay, whatever the source code provider is there. So here we mention as a bad support. So why the support is not that proper over in the source code? So mostly the provider are like, they have given you the source code, okay. Now not then they're never going to charge you anymore, okay. So obviously, so now your business is running or not, they don't care if you are getting the profit or not, they don't care. So even though you raise a ticket on the many, I mean, I'm not saying that, okay, all the providers will be like that, but this is happening in almost all the cases. So if you generate a ticket for them, if you want to say that, okay, see, I've been working on this solution since last 2 years, okay, my Android version is, let's say, Oreo, that is 8. Now after 2 years, the Android is upgraded to Android version 12. So I need to update the system. So will you be asking them to provider to update the code? No, they will not, because they have given you the source code. Now it's your responsibility to update the system. Now it's your responsibility to match up with the technology. So these are the points, challenges that you are facing once you have the source code. Now, what is the solution to this part? Is that going with the I would say SaaS-based solution. Okay, in that case, Yellowsoft, we are providing a solution as a SaaS base. So what happens is that you are the taxi business owner. You connect with us for the technology part. Okay, we'll be taking care of all the things: the cloud services, the team, the support, the technology that is being used for the system, and more on that. We are working on the SaaS-based model, so we are getting the feedback from all over our client. Okay, and the system will be updated gradually whenever the new technology is there, whenever the new version is there, we have to update our system. Okay. uh, I'm sorry for the interruption. So we have a question from one of our clients, that is, what are the price for the SaaS? Okay, we will be coming to that part, the price for the SaaS for sure. Probably we can connect you personally, Tony, for the same, because the pricing are very based on the what is the business you are bringing to us. Okay, so it's depend on the how many rides. Now we'll be coming to that part as well. First, let's understand how SaaS model can help you out. Then only it will be good for you. I mean, if it is not helping you, then there is no meaning to have this discussion and all. Okay, so we'll be coming to you, Tony. No problem. So that is okay. So here we are. Like this, Yellowsoft as a SaaS will take care of all the part of the technology and all. So that what you can do is you can more focus on the marketing. You can more focus on the gaining the more customer, more driver and all. Okay, and more on that part, scaling. So today you do the 100 rides, on the next day you do the 1000 ride, on next to next day you do the 10,000 rides. Doesn't matter. You grow your business. We are here for you. Don't need to worry on that part. Okay. And more on that, like say, if you are on the taxi business right now, so everyone is aware now. Only running a taxi business is not even enough. If you see Uber, so they were just dealing with the taxi, but now they have come up with the Uber Eats and all. So kind of other services they are including as an on-demand system. So taxi plus food delivery, plus parcel delivery, or like say hyperlocal services and all. So these are the things that are coming to the market right now, and you need to scale on that part as well. So as a SaaS, if the provider has the requirement from all the clients, so they will be implementing it, and as a result of that, all of the clients, all of the customers of the SaaS provider will be getting that. So it is easy for them to have on the same system multiple services, and ultimately it will save a cost for you. Obviously, now how it will be beneficial for you, how it will be saving the cost for you, that will be going into the next slide. Okay, so here you can see that cutting the operational and the service cost. So obviously, as you know that in the SaaS, whenever you're purchasing a source code, you need to pay a big amount. Here in the SaaS, you don't need to pay. If you have a source code to own the source code, you will be paying like say $50,000, or it depends. I mean, what kind of a quality of code is that? So now in the SaaS, you don't need to pay that much amount. You pay the some small amount as a token. That's all, and you pay the monthly fee subscription base, and that subscription also will be like a very small amount and based on the trips or rides or orders that you do. So gradually you increase, gradually your subscription will be increased. So it is very much beneficial for the customers or for the person who is doing a small amount of ride who want to start the business. Okay, so they can see that, okay, how my business or how the market is responding to me with very small amount. Then gradually they can increase with the subscription and all that can be done. Okay, another thing is that you don't need to pay for the infrastructure nor for the team. That's the big thing, because the subscription itself coming with the support and all. Okay, so you don't need to worry on the paying for the team and all. Even I would say the subscription that you're going to be paying, that will be even mostly it is half of the amount that you are paying for the developers that you do have to maintain the course. Still, I'm not counting the source code price. Still, I'm not counting the cloud services that where you have hosted your source code. It's just a developer cost. Even half of that cost is coming in the SaaS model. Okay, and the cloud services where you have deployed the code that you don't need to pay. The technical support will be good. Okay, and more on that, the SaaS base, or I would say the team that is working on this model, okay, they have the feedback from all over the world in the client, and they have optimized the of way of using the third parties, like say Google APIs, like say SMS APIs. Or these are the APIs they have used. I mean, actually, we have used in a very optimized way. So the costing that you are getting on the other system for the Google APIs, we are reducing it to the 40 to 50 percentage by using the caching and all the mechanism. Okay, so in that way, you probably get down your cost with very small amount of investment, and you will be making the savings of more than 50 percentage coming comparing to the source code. Okay, that is one thing. Now the next thing is the scale business to next level. So obviously, I mean, you SaaS based SaaS in the SaaS based solution, this is very I would say it is the benefit of SaaS that many of the clients are working on the same system. Okay, so it is already proven that there is a lot of clients who are working on the SaaS model and still system is working fine. That means it is already a scalable. So let's say we have actually already clients that are doing 1,000 rides per day, and we do have multiple clients like that. So already the system is handling the 50 to 60,000 steps per day. Okay, so that itself indicates that it's scalable. Now, if you talk about the source code, so even though you increase the server, even though you increase the database and all, but does your system is made in a way that it can process the data on the real time and efficiently? Is your technical architecture is good enough that can be scalable to end level? You need to be sure that. But in SaaS model, obviously it is that, because already it is proven that okay, many of the clients are working on the system. The best technology is used. Even though if it is not, then based on the feedback of the customers, it is made best. Okay, so gradually it is improved, and now as we are in the SaaS twin model since 5 to 6 years now, so it is already on the topmost level. So we are using the optimized way of the resources and all, and it's highly scalable. We don't care if you do the tomorrow, uh, let's say 50,000 rides per day. We don't care, because we are just worried on the part of you are getting the features, you are getting the business, you are getting the solution right or not. That's all. So yeah, that is one thing. And now moving to the next thing, do you have? I mean, if anyone have the questions till now, please raise in the chat box. We are already. I mean, we are happy to assist you on that part. Okay. Now the thing is, okay, smooth migration. So yeah, whenever, let's say you are running a SaaS-based model, okay. Now the biggest concern you will be facing is that do you I mean, do I get my all the customers, all the drivers on the new system without affecting? And in that case, we would say yes, we can do that, and we have done that as well. Because see, we have actually a organized plan to migrate the data from the old system to new system, to get back the customers on the new system, to not affect on the existing operations as well. So in that case, we do have certain steps to follow that we are already making it with few of our customers, and we have done it successfully. And so it is like, say, main thing is that the driver and customer data that we migrate by ourselves. You don't need to do that. You just provide us the data into some Excel or kind of a format. We'll be putting it on the our system. You don't need to add manually. Then setting up the pricing, that also we can do from our side. Third thing is that now the question is, how the switching between the system from old to new will be done. So for that, what we prefer is that the drivers should have the new and the old system running on the mobile app both. Now I'll tell you the why. Okay, so what you may have the 1000 or 1500 driver, and you can say to your driver that okay, this is our new app, this is our old app. You need to run both the app on your mobile as we are moving to the new system. That you can do. But for customers, what we can do is once all the drivers have the apps downloaded into their app, probably before a week, we can update on the existing app of the customer. So it may be possible that the some customer will be okay. We do have how fast can the app be live? Okay, the SaaS based solution, the profit is that it can be live within a 2 weeks. Okay, there is no, it's a white label solution, all the features are there, so it can be live at within a 2 weeks, and even it can be before. It's depend on the how fast you provide us the details, logo and all. Okay, yeah, so we were on the point of the migration. So drivers have the app, both the app into that application or into that mobile. Okay, now after a week we can update to the existing app of the customer. Now it may be possible that the customer will have the some customer will have the old app as they haven't uploaded, and some customer will have the new app as they have updated. So if the customer who is having the new app will make the request from new app, the driver will get the request in the new application. And if the customer is running the old app and will make the request, the driver will get the request into the old application. Okay, uh, and and this may take around time of I would say a week to transfer all the customer from old to new. And we have personally faced this with our many clients, and we have determined that okay, This is take a time of a week maximum, not more than that. Meantime, we can send the notification to the customer that we do have new update launch and all. So there is no much issue with the migrating from the old system to new system. Okay, that's the thing. And yeah, if you do have force update on, then it will be great. It can be done within 2 to 3 days. So you don't need to worry. You need to worry on the part of migration. Okay, customers satisfaction. Obviously, as you know, on the SaaS base, uh, we are getting the feedback from all the customers, and we are gradually regularly updating our app with the latest technology, latest UI, and all, so that the customers get engaged with the application. They have the best UI, they have the new interface to face and everything. So that makes the more satisfaction from the customer as well as for the driver. For example, if you talk about the Android, that we do have new material UI and the new floating action buttons and all. So these are the things that if we include into the app, they'll be more happy to assist. They will be more happy to use our app. Okay, same kind of things are there for the driver as well. We get a feedback from the customer that okay, drivers have the issues with the button, they need a big button and all. We make the UI according to that, and it's effect to all the clients. So these are the feedback, these are the improvement that is done gradually into the SaaS model. Whereas in source code, what you are stick with the one UI, you cannot update that. Even though you are not getting the feedback from the, I would say, in the vast area. Here you have the benefit of feedback from all the clients, and that is being done. That is being I would say given to all of the customers who are running on the SaaS model. That is the beauty of the SaaS actually. Whatever updates are going into the SaaS, they will be given to all the clients because the system is one only. That's the reason. So yeah, that's the thing. And the next is the support. So yeah, now the thing is that SaaS-based model works on the subscription-based part, okay? And the income for the company of the provider is based on the subscription only. They're gonna not get anything from the setup fee, for sure. So if they have the more customer who is doing the business on the system, they'll be getting the more profit, the provider. And that's the reason SaaS companies have to give the best support for that customer. If they give the support to the customer, that customer will be, I would say, having more rights on the system, and gradually it will be beneficial for them as well. So it's kind of you earn, we earn kind of a situation. So here you'll be obviously sure that you'll be getting the best support rather than the source code. Because in source code, once you get the source code, as I said previously, it's again as I said previously, it's done. Okay. Now the thing is that support. Let's move to the next slide. Uh, just give me a second. Okay. Now, business analytics and transparency. So this is the thing that you need to have. This is the thing that you need to have from the system. Generally, the source code systems are like say are meant to be developed in a way for few things only. You can see the number of rights, you can see or assign the rights, but you cannot get the analytics from the system. For example, what are the peak hours for the day? So in the SaaS model, as it has I mean, we do have the great infrastructure on the technology side, and we do have different layer of the reporting, special layer for this reporting. So we can generate a report where you can see less within the last 6 months, what are the peak hours? Okay, so you can see it's okay from in the morning 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. The people are going to office, and these are the hours where I getting the more right. In the evening, same thing is there. So what you can do is you can apply the surge into that hours. Okay. More on that, you need to see like say in which areas the most bookings are coming. So I need to focus on the driver in that area because the customers are requesting, but drivers are not available. You may need to see that okay, where the most of the drivers are online. So you may be connecting the driver and saying that, okay, this is not the high request area, this is the high request area. So these are the analytical reports that you need to see into the system, and that is not possible without having the best technology, best database layer, or kind of thing. Then only, I mean, to generate this kind of report, to do the calculation, you need to have high end, I would say, server, high-end database to be used. And if you do as a SaaS code, so I mean, as a source code, if you want to implement that kind of database, that kind of processing, that will cost you a lot. That will cost you in a thousands of dollars just the one database. But as a SaaS model, it is a centralized system, so we can afford that. Okay, and ultimately the benefit is going to the customer, so they can have the reports like this and all. The small customer can afford this kind of things. Within a small amount of packet, they get a benefit of a very highly scalable, very highly describable system and all. Okay, so that's the thing. And now moving to the next thing is the launching new services. Yeah, this is the best thing. I would say, as initially I said that now trend is like moving from not only sticking with the taxi solution, but people are moving with the different services as well. So so like the food delivery, then the parcel delivery, then the uh, I would say um grocery delivery, medicine delivery. There are lots of things out there. So as a SaaS solution, if you are buying a taxi solution, then probably the provider will have the multiple services as well. And within the existing app, without having much effect, you can just have the another services to be launched with the same driver. No need to have the migration of the data, no need to have the customers migration, nothing. Within the same app, you'll be able to launch the new services as well. So right now, if you do have plan to have the taxi services, you reach on the certain level, you will have the another food delivery service as well with the existing system. So you can increase a business in a that way as well. So that's again the biggest benefit of the SaaS model. And faster expansion to the new market. So you know that whenever we are talking about the SaaS-based solution, so the system is one centralized system, and the customers are from different region of the world. Okay, so you can imagine that SaaS has already handled the situation where system can work with the different region. Okay, either it can be USA, either it can be Middle East, either it can be Asia, Europe, whatever it is. So same way, if you are working on the SaaS module solution and you are launching something into one country and you want to, even in the same country, in the same city, but you want to now launch it with the different city as well. So easily you can expand in the SaaS-based solution. Whereas in the source code solution, you have to code, you have to make new region, you have to deploy on the server, and all lots of things are there. Here in SaaS-based solution, within a 1 hour, 2 hour, you can deploy it for the another city, and the system will be ready. No update to the customer app, no update to the driver app. They will all get. You just need to focus on the operation. You start the operation for the new city or new country. That's all. Okay, and yeah, these are sorry yeah, these are the few figures that we have find out till now. uh, what our client previously were doing, the clients that were doing per day around 200 to 300 drives. Okay, they have reached till now with our system with the 15,000 trips per month. Okay, and they are more still increasing into the figures. More on that, they have increased their customer base as well. Okay, many, I mean, I would say 40 to 50 percentage of our clients that started with the ride hailing or taxi solution, now they are into the business of food delivery, parcel delivery, and many more. And despite of increase into the number of trips, into the number of customers, number of services, the cost of the system decreased more than, I mean, almost up to 40%. That's really incredible. If you see comparing to the I would say source code and SaaS base, you can clearly see the what are the benefits are there. Okay, Tony, we'll be connecting you after this meeting for sure, and we'll be discussing more on the pricing part. And yeah, so now after this webinar, probably within 30 minutes we'll be ending. So we'll be connecting with you for sure, Tony. Okay, and yeah, that's all from our side for this webinar. You guys, do you have any questions? We are always welcome. Please, you do have any question, then we'll be happy to assist you on this part. Uh, okay, you're talking about the
Can you hear me?
pricing here. Tony, this is actually we are not talking about the pricing over here because it's depend on the things that we need to first understand what are you are looking for, what is the solution you want, what are the add-ons you want, what is the number of trips that you need. I mean, you are targeting, and based on that, we plan for you and we give you the subscription plan, we give you the pricing and all. It's not only that, okay, we'll be giving you the pricing right away like this. No, we want to give you first of all the best solution. 1,000 trips, and I do have 1,000 travelers with 1,000 trips. Okay, okay. Let's connect with you soon after this for sure. I mean, we'll be discussing more on the because here we are mostly focused on the part of the solution. If the solution is working for you, if it is best for you, if the features are there, then there is a meaning of moving with the pricing. Because until and unless you don't need to have the, like say, if you don't have the preferred solution, then there is no meaning of discussing the pricing, and that is what we believe. So we'll be giving you the demo, we'll be giving you the understanding on the demo and all. Then after we'll be discussing on the pricing part for sure. So do you have currently your system running, right, Tony? Okay, great. So anyone else, do you have any questions? We'll be stayed wait for next 5 minutes if anyone have. Do anyone have the questions, or can we conclude the session for now? Okay, it's we are Mark has the questions which server you are using for the hosting. So we are using the cloud services AWS for the same, and our everything is hosted on the AWS. Yeah, Mark is typing something. And may I know the capacity for that? So as I said previously, I mean, if you do 100 trips today, if you do 100K trips tomorrow, we don't care. Our server system is highly scalable. So I would not say it's based on the capacity, because we do have, obviously we do have our own team who is maintaining the server and everything. And more on that, basically it's a highly scalable. So let's say if you are doing 1,000 trips, tomorrow you do the 5,000 trips, next day you do the 10,000 trips. So our server automatically gets scaled up. So it's not only, I would say, dependent on few things. But yeah, I would say you can do without any hesitate with a day 50 to 100K trips. That's all. Also, may I know what is the tech stack for your solution? Yeah, of course. So it's not only one technology that we are using. We have been updating our technology since last 5 years, and right now we are working on microservices based architecture. Okay, that has the multiple I would say technologies involved: Java, Python, Node.js, and all are there. Okay, more on that. We do have the streaming servers, we do have the real time protocols and all, and storing of the data is not only within the one database. We do have the caching layer, we do have the transaction layer where the real-time transactions are done. We do have the persistent layer where the data is not changing, like the drivers, the customer data, and all. And we do have the reporting layer. As I said, we are able to generate the analytical reports just because we do have the reporting layer separately. So it's not like you are generating the report for last 7 years into our system and system gonna be down. No, it will not gonna affect on the live operation for sure. So that's the overview I can give you right now based on the tech stack. We can catch up more on this part for any more queries. Okay. David has the question. Does your solution have an uh, what is that? Accredited security testing standard that can be verified. So yeah, I mean we have done a pretty much testing on our server previously before we deploy. Even when or right now whenever we are deploying on the whatever things are deployed on the server, we do have our automation implemented. We do have our test cases and all that are being run, and once they are passed, then only the server is getting deployed. And we do have the staging server. We do all the testing, then only the production environment is getting deployed. Okay. Has any existing ride-hailing company has moved with you on SaaS? Not only one, there is a lot. That's the reason we have done this webinar, to give you the understanding what is happening, and the figures that have we have got, that is from our own findings, from our own customers. Okay. Do you guys follow the protocol for GDPR? GDPR, we know that. I mean, to deploy it within the particular region, we need to have the data center and all. So we follow the same GDPR, but the coming to the part of the data center, then we need to see if the AWS has the region available over there. But if not, then what we can do is we can make a replica and sync the data that is necessary to that region, that we do provide. Apart from that, yes, we do follow all the things, because ultimately if you go with the some countries where you have to follow the GDPR regulations for sure, and we have to match that as well. Okay, we do have more questions coming. what kind of delivery app you do provide. We provide a multiple delivery solution. One, if you like, say, if you do have your own source, store or your own restaurant, then we do provide. If you want to have a marketplace just like a Zomato or Uber Eats, like that, we do provide solution for that as well. More on that, you do provide, like, say, only the delivery solution for the restaurant chain, like say Domino's or McDonald's, or they do have their own app, but you want to provide only the delivery solution for their system, okay, to deliver the food to them. We do provide that as well. And third and fourth thing is the parcel delivery or document delivery, where you can request from anywhere to anything to deliver it. That kind of a delivery solution that we do provide. We do. What makes you different from other in this similar industry? Obviously, there is a lot thing, as I said. We do. I mean, if you see the technology, very first thing is the technology stack that we do follow. That I'm pretty much sure that within the price, within the things that we are giving, within the subscription that we are giving, nobody can give you that much technology, that much assurity. Okay, and more on that, the analytics, the reporting, the real-time view that you're getting into the system, that is the other thing. And more on that, other thing is the applications with the best UI and the flexibility to you. I mean, today you are coming up with the kind of a pricing where you want to set the pricing zone to zone, where you want to see you want to customize the I would say some tax into the application. You want to customize you want to integrate something into the application. So we are open for that. If it is feasible to implement in that, we are open for it, because if you think that many companies are there in the SaaS business, but if you go with the customization, they will just say that okay, we cannot do that. But here we see that if it is possible, then we of course do that, and we have done a lot for many of our customers. Okay, actually we are running some out of the time. So do you have any more questions coming?
So, guys, if you have any more question, you can
Mark is
contact our.
typing.
Okay, okay,
Let's have this last question to be handled, and then you can connect us on this email ID,
okay.
or we
Max.
can. Okay, Mark says okay, no thanks. Okay, you can always connect with the hello@yellowsoft.com as well if you do have any more queries. Okay, and you can connect on our Skype ID as well. You can mark the Skype ID, and more on that. If you want to have the demo for our system, go on the yellowsoft.com. The just mark the spelling YELOWSOFT, yellowsoft.com. So you can go over there, request for the 15 days for free trial, and our representative will be setting up things for you for sure. Okay, then. Uh, I think we're okay. What are the payment modes to switch to your system? To switch to what are the payment modes? I mean, you're talking about the payment modes to be integrated into the system. So into the system. So they are like, say, customer can pay through the our internal wallet, whatever payment gateway that you give us, like say PayUmoney or Stripe or PayPal, that can be integrated. Third thing is the cash, obviously. So these are there. And if you talk about these payment for us to pay, like the monthly subscription and all, we are open for everything. it's depend. I mean, we can connect on this part because this webinar is mostly depend on the solution. So the pricing part, of course, we're gonna be connecting with you after this webinar that we can describe you how our pricing works. And I assure you that it will be no way surprise for you guys. I mean, it's very low, affordable, and it's minimum to start with any business. Okay, and to have a try. For sure, we'll be connecting with you for this after this webinar. Okay, guys. So
All right. So thanks for your detailed explanation on the SaaS versus source code. It was very helpful, Mushahid. And hope guys, if you have any question, as mentioned, Mushahid, you can contact our website or our email or our Skype, and we can assist you from there. So thank you so much for everyone. Thank you so much for your time.
thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, David. It's even for our pleasure to have you on this webinar. Thank you, thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye.